Hi, it's Kieran here. I want to talk a little bit about the course and how it runs. It's a programming course, it's a skills course. I've spent the last, about a decade or so reading the teaching literature, teaching and learning literature, and figuring out how to actually run this course effectively. And the result is something that's a bit different from other courses that you've probably taken. And you may have heard this from other students that it is different. I don't lecture because for skills that isn't really as effective. Instead, I wrote a custom online textbook for you just for this course. It's free is good, who can argue with that? And it has a whole bunch of exercises embedded in it. So what you'll do is you start at the front of the book, and all the content is there, by the way. Everything's all ready to go. You read through it and you come across exercises that you'll do. And you'll read about something, and the exercise will be applying what you just read about. All right. You turn in, you write some sort of program in Excel. You turn it in through the website, and then someone, a guy called Jeremy, will grade it. He'll give you feedback, and he'll give you feedback. He'll either say you got it completely right, or you need to improve something. You get 3 chances to actually do the exercise. So if you do something, he says, oh, you forgot this, and that, he'll give you the feedback. You can say, oh, okay, that's what I need to do. And you can improve what you did and resubmit it. All right. It's a very effective way to actually learn how to do things. There are a bunch of different exercises, and they're all arranged so that the complexity steps between each exercise are pretty small. So instead of big steps where you sort of get stuck, you don't know what to do, there's more exercises, and they're all pretty small steps in complexity, so you can get to the same place, but it's easier to actually get there. Okay, so there's a textbook-like thing, and there's a bunch of exercises. Okay, that's fine. So, but there's a problem here. No matter what the explanations I write, it doesn't really matter how good I try to make them. There'll be things you don't understand, and it'll be problems you run into with your program, and they're specific to you. So Sarah's going to have her issues with these particular exercises. Jim is going to have different problems with these exercises. All right. So another part of what helps a skills course work is consultation, where you and I talk together individually. You can ask me questions about stuff in the textbook. You can show me your exercise and say, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. That's the usual type of question. Or you can ask me about anything you want, really. That's fine. But it really works better if it's one-on-one. And that's what a flipped course is. I don't lecture. On a normal course, I would lecture and you work at home. We flip it around. I don't lecture. You look at the exercise, the textbook things I've written, whatever you like, and our courses are about one-on-one consultation, troubleshooting, helping to get things working. And it really works. I've been doing this for some time, and it's a very effective way to teach a programming class compared to a lecture approach, which frankly neither of us would particularly enjoy. Now, as far as the courses work in COVID times, one of my favorite things to do is to hang out with you guys in a lab and work on this stuff. So you raise your hand, I come over and I sit down next to you, and we look at the same screen and we have a good time. We tell jokes, and I'll ask you what you've been doing on the weekend, and I learn about you. And it really is. I look forward to that. It's sort of the highlight of my week, actually, because I'm old and I have no life, So, although I do have wonderful dogs, as you know. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But there is something we can use, GatherTown. And GatherTown's a great tool for this kind of course. I won't pretend that it's as good as face-to-face. It's actually pretty good, and it does have some advantages of face-to-face, but for me, I don't know, it just doesn't, there's an element missing to it, but this is the world we live in. I mean, we don't have a choice in this. So what we'll do in class time is use GatherTown, and you can read about it in our free textbook-like thing about how it works. And it's very cool. We can get to see each other, we share our screens, and we can talk to each other. So it does let us do the same functionality we would have in the lab, but it doesn't for me, it doesn't have quite the emotional impact, and I can't get to know you as well. I mean, as I do, and I do get to know students well, and that's good, but this doesn't really lend itself as much to that, at least for me, but I'm an old fuddy-duddy. So anyway, we'll use GatherTown on Wednesday nights and on Fridays, and also on the sessions I was going to have in the library. I did actually go to the library this past weekend, and I realized when I was there, something that should have been obvious, is that we can't maintain a 6 feet gap and do this and look at the same screen. It just really isn't practical, as much as I would like it to be. The screen sharing stuff is the way to go. So I'm going to make those sessions for using GatherTown as well. So you can ask me about any part of any course, really, at any time and in those particular times. If there's something, special situation you can't make at that time, sometime, let me know. We'll arrange a one-on-one with just us. Probably in GatherTown still, because I really love it. By the way, you can use GatherTown whenever you want. And it's good, one of the reasons I like it, it's not just for course time, but you can go anytime you want. Or if you're in course time, 2 or 3, you want to wander over to a corner and just work together. And if you have a problem, say, hey, Kieran, come and help us. Great. In fact, that's how people win in the lab. Some of the students who do best in this course are those who are social, are in the lab, talking to each other about the problems, working together. And this is not a deathmatch course, right? It's a co-op course. The grading scale is already there. You can't. There's no one can blow the curve. There's no curve to blow. You know, it's designed this way. I've designed it, the course, so it's a co-op course, and we can help each other out. Okay, because that's how the world works. That's how businesses work. That's how programming works. That's how tech works. People helping each other out. So the course is designed to support that. Okay, so we've got flipped courses. I know, kind of weird. You've got a free textbook with lots of exercises. You do those. You hand in your solutions. Jeremy gives you feedback. Okay. If you don't get something right, then you get a chance to fix it. I'll be available for one-on-one. Now, that's the way this works best. I talk to you individually. That's the plan, and that's what I've been doing for years. And it really works well. We'll use GatherTown. It's a great tool. I haven't found a better tool for this. I mean, I like it better than Zoom, for example. I really like the tool. It's not as good as, sitting around and having cookies and coffee and talking about this stuff, but it's good. It just doesn't quite have the emotional part to it, the connection part to it that I really miss. But that's the world we live in. Anyway, if you have things you want, I don't make videos a lot. I don't make lecture videos at all because, geez, I don't like to sit through them, and I don't want to make you do something I don't want to do. I mean, really, seriously. I'll make videos like this that are personal, right? I'm talking to you not about content, but about the course or anything. So if you have questions about that, let me know. If you want me to make videos about other things, or if you want me to type up descriptions of things, happy to do it. All right? I've spent years perfecting this course, making it a really smooth learning system. As you might have heard from students in the class before, it runs really smoothly and really well. So suggestions, jokes, pictures of your dogs, put them on the forum, and if it's okay with you, I'll add them in our textbook-like thing, and they'll be famous. Dogs are the best things, aren't they? Dogs, coffee, and chocolate. Really. That's mostly what you need. So anyway, I'll see you in GatherTown.